Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Lexus Velodrome. We're live here tonight with the Saturday Night Rumble number 46. Right now, we've got 11 racers on the track and ready to go, following the instructions of Chief Referee Bruce Carlson. They've got a 3-mile chase ahead of them. They'll be scoring points all night long. So without further ado, let's get this racing going.
Okay, riders, this is a 30-lap scratch race. If you're all together when you come around, there'll be a single bell to get it started. Eyes up, no overlapping wheels. Make sure you're talking to each other and do your shoulder checks. Riders ready, roll.
And they're off. At the front of the pack right now in the yellow jersey, that's Connell Alford. Right behind him, another hot young junior, Dejon Parks, followed by Matt Redfield with the green socks. I'm giving you my clues so that'll help you along the way. Next up, it's Tim Bover in the blue. Right behind him, it's Brandon Leary, number 85. He's got some red shoes. In the red jersey, it's Mike Hartrick. So that's as far as we'll go to it right now, and they are off. Racing live here at the Lexus Velodrome in Detroit, brought to you by Lexus, Mead Lexus of Southfield, Mead Lexus of Lakeside, and Lexus of Ann Arbor, the Diversified Members Credit Union, and our newest partner, the Rafa Foundation. As we get things going here, Matt Redfield pulls off and Tim Bover takes over at the front. He'll be part of the blue team racing the Madison later on. Right now he's racing individually. Behind him, his later on partner, Brandon Leary. Leary pulls up, and it's Mike Hartrick at the front. You can see he punched it a little bit. And that's Eric Buckcave at the front. Sitting tight on his wheel, Brandon Carbaum. Brandon Carbaum, one of our elite sprinters out here. And now Dan Freiberg at the front of the field, pushing it. Donnell Anderson in the red jersey, he pulls up. And that's Cody Cook with the Red Sox. And back to DJ Parks, who's got to take a turn every lap or so. The riders are now just pacing off of each other, picking up the speed. There's going to be one final bell at the end of their 30 laps. They've got 23 to go right now. They're just checking each other out in this first race of the evening of our Saturday Night Rumble number 46. All right, Cody Cook back to the front, up high, waiting to drift back to the pack and get on the field again. Dan Freiberg, Brandon Carbong pulling the train along now. He goes up, Matt Redfield takes over. Whoa, eyes up in the back, watch where you go, stay in your lane. Tim Bover at the front again, Brandon Leary sitting tight, Mike Hartrick in the red in third. Now Leary picks it up a smidge. Pulls up, Hartrick left to work it out. And that's Derrick Savage. Derrick Savage keeping that pace hard and strong at the front. Donnell Anderson moving to the front now. He pulls up. And Dan Freiberg takes over. They're easing it up a little bit. Dejon Parks on the front pulls off. Whoa, heads up there. All right, making a move. Cody Cook using that track to his advantage. Now he's trying to get away. First jam of the evening as Cody Cook accelerates away from the rest of the field. Tim Bover left to close that gap and get up on it. Cody Cook seeing if he can get some territory between himself and the next guy, but Tim Bover closes him down. Mike Hartrick also involved in the chase, and he brings along the rest of the field, and they are all regrouping once again with 13 to go in the bike race, 13 to go. Cook pulls up, Hartrick back of the front. It's a long way to the back. They're going to be duking it out to drop down earlier into that field, into that pace line. Bover pulls up. Savage at the front. Now it's up to Freiberg. He pulls up. Connell Elford pulls up. DJ Parks pulls up. Brandon Carbot pulls up. They're doing a quick rotation through that front line. That's the way to do it if you want to save energy. And back at the front again, you got Cody Cook. They're all split up, and listen to the crowd. All right, you guys, cheer them on. 9 to go in the bike race, 9 to go. They're racing hard out there. And our first semi-pro 3-mile chase. What a way to start the night. Freiberg at the front still. They're all over the place. Eyes up, riders. Stay in your lane and don't overlap wheels. Standard procedure out here. The mantra. And now they're regrouping. Who's going to do what? With 6 to go in the bike race, 6 to go when they get to the line. Watching everybody. Whoa! I didn't see what happened, but hopefully everybody bounces back up again. Connell Elford in the front, DJ Parks sitting tight. Brandon Carbon. Eyes up, riders, and do not overlap wheels. Pay attention where you're going. Shoulder check, please. And we're getting down to it. Stick, and there goes Connell Elford making a good move out to the front of the field. Coming on strong, Cody Cook, Mike Hartrick off the track, making room for Cody Cook. Cody Cook all over the place, but here comes over the top Dan Freiberg and Connell Elford. He's got almost a half a lap on the rest of the field. Dan Freiberg chasing him down. Connell Elford, the young junior, working his way through it. Can he stay ahead of the sprinter, Dan Freiberg? And looks like he's going to do a Connell Elford coming out of turn 3, going into 4. And first place for Connell Elford. Dan Freiberg, Dejan Parks, Cody Cook, Mike Hartrick, Tim Bover, Brandon Carbom, and Derrick Savage. Let's hear it for our semi-pro A racers. First 3-mile chase, way to go out there. Nice working. And everybody is up from the incident over in turn 4. Next up, we've got our semi-pro B racers for a 2-mile chase. 20 laps. Good racing out there, you semi-pros. Nice work.
Dale Hughes. Dale Hughes, Dale Hughes.
All right, we've got quite a healthy field for our semi-pro B race. Yeah,
Connell, tell me exactly what your plan was there.
Got a little
crazy going with like 5 laps to go. And I said, I can't really wait much longer, else I'll get blocked in. So I knew right around there I had to go.
Did you know that day in the sprinter was hot on your tail?
No, I did not. I just decided to look forward, keep going, and not look back.
Sounds good. Next race. Thanks.
We've got 14 semi-pro Bs out there. We've got a couple visitors from Indy, the Schickel family. We're glad to have you here. But starting at the front, is that Patrick Leary? Patrick Leary, is that you? No. It's Avi Leary, okay. Followed by Eric. Jarrett Johnson, thank you. Brent Bacher. Then Patrick. And that's Nathan Schickel out of Indy. That's Eric Buckhave. Finally, I got to Eric Buckhave. Cameron Coleman. Eamon Kiernan. Donald Smith. Drew Laird. Mike. John Jurowicz. John Jurowicz.
Okay, riders. This
Pat
is
Murray back. All right. And down low.
Riders. This is the 20-lap scratch race. The riders on the inside will be released first. Eyes up. No overlapping wheels. Make sure you're doing your shoulder checks. Okay, riders ready?
That's Drew Love and
Roll.
Nicole. Got to pedal, pedal, pedal. Get it going. Nicole Borum-Schickel on the lower level there as they get these 14 riders up and running for a 20-lap chase. Abby Leary leading it out. Drew Love in second right there. Eamon Kiernan. Jarrett Johnson in the orange going up over the outside just to pick up the pace. Got to stay down low on those bars. Eyes up, check your shoulders before you make a move. So leading it out, Jarrett Johnson with the young man, Cameron Coleman. Pay attention, everybody. Eyes up, eyes up. Stay in your lane. Eamon Kiernan out in the front now. Eric Buckhave in second position.
Well,
Donald Smith, the amazing Donald Smith. He's doing great out here. Patrick Leary. Now. Avi Leary. And back to Jarrett Johnson. At the back, they're sorting it out as they got 16 to go in the bike race. 16 to go in the bike race. Eyes up, eyes up. Do not overlap wheels. Do not overlap wheels. Pedal, pedal, pedal. All right, everybody's doing good. Their fans are appreciating it. Those that are here. We're socially distancing here at the Lexus Velodrome. You got to wear a mask, but you could still have a good time here. And look at this young'un going strong out there. That's Donald Smith working it out. Drew Love pulling up. Brian Love, I'm sorry, not Drew Love. Eamon Kiernan pulls up. You got to give each other some room up there. Brent Bacher now at the front of the field. Pat Murray at the front. A lot of our riders coming back week by week. We train out here regularly, wearing masks all the time. It's part of the routine. Okay, eyes up, do not overlap wheels. And at the front, Pat Murray pulls up Eamon Kiernan also. And keeping it going in the front is one of those Learys again. Cameron Coleman zipping right up, back to Jarrett Johnson. And they've got 9 to go in the bike race, 9 to go in the bike race. Yes, you are good fans cheering them on. Yoo-hoo! Keep it going up there. Eric Buckhave now out there. He's looking back and saying, nobody's coming with me. Maybe I'll just go ahead and go for it. But Jared Johnson digs down deep, goes up and over Drew Laird, trying to get onto the wheel of Eric Buckhave. And we've got a little bit of a jam going right now, getting some distance on that field. Riding close out there, Jared Johnson moves to the front. Eric Buckhave drops in on his wheel. Oh, no he doesn't. Jared Johnson's got a good little distance on the rest of the field. Are they going to chase him down, or are they going to let him take it through to the finish with 5 laps to go, 5 laps to go in the bike race? Everybody bunching up. Heads up, heads up, heads up. Eric Buckhave back to the front. Eamon Kernan in second, now at the front. Pat Murray. We got a hunt going on. The young man, Eamon Kernan, along with Pat Murray out in the front right there, trying to close it down is Eric Buckhave, but there goes Jared Johnson up and over the top. Patrick Leary making a strong move forward to the outside, up and over. As Patrick Leary just puts the power onto it with 2 to go in the bike race, 2 to go. And it is Pat Murray, Eamon Kernan, and Patrick Leary. Stick in your places, riders. Stick, stick, stick. And look at this. Eamon Kernan and Patrick Leary duking it out. Heads up to the finish. And it is going to be Eamon Kernan, Patrick Leary, Pat Murray. Let's hear it for all of our B racers out there. Nice job. Woo! We had a wide variety of ages, but pretty well synced abilities out there. Everybody racing hard here at the Lexus Velodrome in downtown Detroit. Woohoo! No place else like it on earth, really. All right. Next up, we're going to have our young riders, and we mean really young. Here at the Lexus Velodrome, everything that happens if you're 17 and under is free. Free riding, free coaching, free equipment to use. We're even going to take a whole group of our young'uns out to the Nationals, the United States Cycling National Championships this summer in California, COVID permitting. But we'll be there with our group of young juniors. You've seen them racing in the semi-pros, the pros. And now we're going to see some really young ones out there. They're on their way too. We're very happy to be able to provide free programming for our youth. Any kid in Detroit or nearby who wants to race.
Okay, Chris. I'm here with Eamon. Your first win at the track, eh?
Yeah.
That was a very impressive several laps you went there. Tell me about what you were thinking about.
I was just trying to tire everybody else out and go at the last minute. So it worked. Didn't think it would, but it did.
Did you know that Patrick was on your tail?
I did on the last lap, but not before that.
Congratulations. Have a safe race.
Good job, Eamon. Up at the rail, we've got more of those Learys. Jack Leary. And then is that AJ next? AJ Jurwicks? Is that next? Oh, that's Cormac and then AJ. Okay. All right, you guys are making it hard for me. So, Cormac's 8, Jack is 10, and AJ is 9. So they're going to go 5 laps.
Okay, riders, this is a 5-lap scratch race. If you're all together when you come around, we'll get the single bell and get this race started. Riders ready? Roll.
This summer, we will be having our free summer cycling camps for kids. If your kid doesn't know how to ride a bike, we'll teach them. If they ride it and want to learn better, we'll teach them how to do it better. We have a good time. Every camp session lasts a week. It includes lunch and cycling and some other good stuff. And they're off with Jack Leary leading it out. Cormac Nan and AJ Jurowicz. First race, I think, out here that he's had. So they've got 4 to go now. 4 to go for the young guys. Jack Leary looking around, and look at this, a move by Cormac Leary. He's taking it on. Oh, can he do it for 4 more laps? Whoa, hey, hold your lanes. Hold your lanes. And look at this. He's taking the hard outside loop. He's going further than anybody, trying to get up and over his brother. AJ watching from behind, and they are going shoulder to shoulder. He just can't get over him. Can't make it over that lump. And how many is there to go? In the bike race, there is a bell lap coming up right now. And look at this. Jack Leary trying to hold off 2 coming on strong. AJ tried to make a move on the black line, trying to come up and over Jack, but let's see if they can do it. Come on, let's go, guys. Go, Jack, go. Come on. Cormac, oh, AJ off and spinning. Oh, what a nice sprint. Closest sprint of the night. That was Jack, Cormac, and AJ. Let's hear it for our youngsters out there. That's the future of cycling, and it looks pretty good.
About a year ago, I became aware that Rafa had concocted the Rafa Foundation, the sole focus of which was to promote cycling as the most popular sport in the world. I had already been involved as a foundation and board member here at Detroit Fitness Foundation, and when I saw that project in the formation, my dream was to bring the two together, Rafa Foundation and Detroit Fitness.
Okay, Jack, you won a few of these, but you had some new competition tonight, didn't you? Did you know that he was coming on strong behind you?
Not really.
And do you see how close that finish was?
Yeah.
You beat him by a width of a tire. Let's give it to Jack Leary.
Woo, Jack Leary, the winner by the width of a tire. All right, our first of a match sprints tonight. Dan Freiberg and Connell Elford. This should be pretty interesting.
Okay, riders.
Freiberg,
this is a 3-lap match sprint from here. Dan's leading it out. First half lap has to be at least walking pace, okay? Connell can overtake it any time, though. Riders ready? Roll.
And they're off. So Freiberg has been training primarily as a sprinter, working out with Joaquin Kiley, our sprint coach out here. Connell is just an all-around great bike racer and a top-notch athlete. He competes in other sports and achieves high levels of success there. They're both watching each other carefully right now, working it out on the track. And they're going to hear the bell now. Freiberg trying to win it from the front. Connell Elford trying to go up and over, but he's got to go farther to do that. Can he accelerate in that stream and get around Freiberg? And whoa, it looks like Freiberg's going to hold him off, and the first one goes to Dan Freiberg. Nice racing out there. Dan Freiberg and Connell Elford. Next up, we've got Jay Atwater and Dejan Parks.
Chris, just so you know, we have a little bit of unfairness going out there, but we wanted to give our sprinters a little challenge with our young riders coming up, because our sprinters are on a little bit bigger gear than what our other riders are allowed. So there's a little bit bigger gear on Dan and Jay as opposed to Connell and Dejan. But we want those kids to have to work. They do well.
All right. So that means they've got to spin harder to go faster and beat the other guy, right? The ones in the smaller gear. All right, so in the front we've got Jay Atwater. Right behind him, Dejan Parks.
Okay, riders, this is a 3-lap match sprint. Jay, you're leading it out. Any questions? Riders ready, roll.
Oh, and Dejan decides he's going to go right to the front. Dejan will be the one on the smaller gear here. He's gear limited. Jay Atwater trying to work him over a little bit. Again, Jay Atwater, one of our sprinters, works out here with Joaquin Kiley. Dejan thinks Dejan intimidates and goes up and over. Look at this, Dejan Parks off and running. Jay Atwater trying to chase him down, but he wasn't expecting that out of Dejan Parks, and the W goes to Dejan. Nice job out there. Good riding, Jay. Let's hear it for our sprinters. We got some more coming up. Next up, we've got Cody Cook and Donnell Anderson. Cody Cook and Donnell Anderson. So in this contest, it's Cody Cook that can use the bigger gear, and Donnell Anderson, who is gear limited. Can't go bigger than an 88.
Riders, this is a 3-lap match sprint. Riders ready, roll.
And they're off. Just kind of watching each other a little bit here and there. Ho, ho, ho. This is a game of intimidation. Whoa. That intimidated me for sure. Donnell Anderson winding it up. Cody Cook up high. Looks like he's getting ready to make some move and drop down, but now he's wading it back a little bit. And who's going to make the first move and drop down to that black line? And it's Cody Cook diving. Oh, ho, ho. I don't know. Cody Cook owns that. Donnell's got to stay where he is, and Cody Cook made a smart move to get down to that black line as quick as he could. But look at this, Donnell Anderson, full speed ahead. It's going to be, Cody Cook and Donnell Anderson. Nice job out there. Both of you. Interesting racing. That's the way to take ownership of the black line for sure. Cody Cook dropped in and owned it. Donnell tried to, but of course, Donnell's spinning on that 88, but hey, that's the name of the game. Next up, it's Tim Bover and this is going to be Derrick Savage and Brent Bacher.
All right, gentlemen, this is a 3-lap match sprint. Riders ready? Roll.
All right, Brent Bocker in the blue helmet, Derrick Savage in the red helmet. And they're taking it nice and easy. I mean, they're not even on the track. A little bit on the Côte d'Azur, and up goes Derrick Savage. But you know, you got to go a certain speed to stay up there. You better pick it up or you're going to be sliding down. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Brent Bocker drops back down to the Côte d'Azur, and back up he goes with 2 to go. Is this a bike race or is this a think race? Brent Bocker riding Derrick up, and now Brent Bocker makes his jump. Derrick Savage looks to accelerate. Is he going to be able to get up and over with 1 lap to go in the bow? Oh, you got to hold your line there. Brent Savage now drops down into the pole position, but Derrick Savage going up and over, and it is going to be Derrick Savage and Brent Bocker. Nice job out there, gentlemen. Good work, good work. Next up, we've got Drew Laird and Brendan Leary. Drew Laird in the red helmet, Brendan Leary in the red shoes. Little fist pump to say, yeah, you go.
All right, riders, this is a 3-lap match sprint. Drew, you are leading it out. Riders ready? Roll.
And they're off. Brandon Leary on the gear restriction. Drew Laird, full power. As they ride side by side, Drew Laird pushes him up a little bit. Brandon Leary riding high. Drew Laird trying to keep him there so he can control the bike race. He's kind of doing it right now. Brandon Leary off and running. Drew Laird in the best position, down at the pole position, but Brandon Leary off and running. Now hold your line, hold your line. Don't drop down, and now Brandon Leary moves to the front, drops down to that pole position, and it's going to be Brandon Leary and Drew Laird. Woohoo! Good job out there. Next up, we've got Mike Hartrick and Cameron Coleman. Cameron is among our youngest out there. He's 12 years old. Mike Hartrick isn't. So it'll be Cameron riding the restricted gear.
All right, riders, this is a 3-lap match sprint. Riders ready? Roll.
And they're off. Mike Hartrick in the red helmet and the red jersey. Cameron Coleman in the white. Cameron watching from behind. Mike Hartrick doing some crazy head twists to see where that young kid's at. Hartrick accelerates. Cameron accelerates with him. Can he stay on it for another lap as the bell goes off just about now, and Mike Hartrick is leading it out. Cameron Coleman moving to the outside. Can he get up and over Hartrick? He's got to stay in his lane as he gets up and over. Cameron Coleman trying to beat him on the turn, but oh, whoa, a little crazy riding right there, and it is going to be Mike Hartrick and Cameron Coleman. Good job out there. Way to keep it upright, Cameron. All right, not bad for a 12. Next up, we've got Jarrett Johnston and Patrick Leary. Jarrett Johnston in the orange jersey with the green shoes, Patrick Leary, in the Lexus Velodrome skin suit.
Riders, this is a 3-lap match sprint. Riders ready, roll.
And they're off. Jarrett Johnson drew the number 1, so he's leading it out. Patrick Leary just kind of watching, biding his time. He knows how to ride a wheel. And it looks like he's going to do a strategy to take a run at it, but Jarrett Johnson's got a lot of power. And they're going to hear the bell when they come around. Right about now, Jarrett Johnson trying to get away from Patrick Leary, but Patrick Leary knows how to accelerate in a slipstream as he tries to go up and over Jarrett Johnson. Patrick Leary digging deep to get to the front of the race, and it is going to be Patrick Leary and Jarrett Johnson. Nice job out there, both of you. Good work, Patrick. Way to go. And next up, it's Eric Buckhave and Adeline Leary. Abby, one of 2 women out there racing tonight. She is wearing the Lexus Velodrome skin suit. Eric has got the red helmet and the yellow jersey on.
Riders, this is a 3-lap match sprint. Riders ready, roll.
And they're off. So Eric Buckhave leaves it out as they get up onto the track. Abby watching the wheel from behind. As they're checking each other out, Eric looking back, Avi keeping her eye on the wheel. Whoa. Avi makes her move, trying to get up and over. It's the longest distance to go, furthest distance to go, but you got to get up and over to win the bike race, trying to get around Eric Buckhave. Back down to the red line, and it is going to be Eric Buckhave and Adeline Leary. Nice racing out there. All right, next up, the elimination. Now, I'm not going to do it justice the way John does it, but I'll try to be rough with you. We want to thank our announcers. No, we want to thank our sponsors. Without them, we wouldn't be here. That includes, of course, Lexus, the naming sponsor of the Lexus Velodrome, including Meade Lexus of Southfield, Meade Lexus of Lakeside, and Lexus of Ann Arbor. The Diversified Members Credit Union, and they've got branches around town, so go visit them. And the Rafa Foundation, in partnership with the Detroit Fitness Foundation. So we are now going to have our Semi-Pro A elimination. Reminder, we'll be back here next weekend, the 5th and the 6th, for our championship game. They're going to be racing for those belts that we've had, waiting for a winner. We're back from COVID, but we're practicing social distancing. Our racers wear masks. Everybody gets temperature checked.
All right, riders, this is an elimination race. Elimination race. If you're all together when you come around, you'll get 5 to go. First bell will be at 1. We pull at 0. Should be every other lap after that. We get down to 2 riders coming out of turn 4. It'll be 2 laps to go. Eyes up. No overlapping wheels. And don't make a hole where there isn't one. That's when people get in trouble. You have 9 riders in this event. 9 riders in this event. Riders ready? Roll.
All right, they're going to go 5 laps, and then they're going to hear 3 rings, and then we're going to start eliminating riders
5 to go.
from the back of the field. This is one of those weird races. The last one across the line is the first one out of the bike race, so most of the action takes place at the back of the pack. And what would normally be a great position to be in if you're in a regular race where you win from the front suddenly becomes disastrous. For example, right now, Brandon Carbom is in a great position, but he's down on the black line and he can only go as fast as the guy in front of him. We're early on in this, so it shouldn't prove to be too much of a problem, but it could be. And we're going to hear a bell. And we'll be pulling on the next lap. Pulling on the next lap, racers, pulling on the next lap. And Derrick Savage right now is the back of the field, but let's see where he's going to go to fit in there. Eyes up, don't overlap wheels, racers, and it's going to be Derrick Savage. You are eliminated. Derrick Savage out on the first. Okay, Donnell Anderson, inspired by the sound of those 3 bells, tries to go up high and over Dejan Parks at the back of the field. I'm calling it now. Donnell goes up and over, and down low, Brandon Carbom is in a bad position. But backing off a little bit is, and Brandon Carbom, you are eliminated. Brandon, he's shaking his head. He knew he shouldn't have been there. All right, next time around, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Dejan Parks riding up onto the wheel of Tim Bover. Tim Bover is going to be stuck in no man's land in about a half a minute, but let's see what's going to happen here, and it's going to be Dejan Parks. Dejan Parks, you are eliminated. And they're all over the place right now. At the front of the field, Brandon Leary just going for it. At the back, Cody Cook duking it out with Tim Bover and Mike Hartrick. The name of this game is to always have someone behind you. And right now, Tim Bover, there's nobody behind you. So guess what, Tim Bover, you are eliminated. Ho, 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 as they all get together. We got 5 in a row. Cody Cook working with Derrick Savage. Donnell Anderson looks like he might be running out of gas. And Donnell Anderson, you are eliminated. We're down to 4 in the bike race. At the front, Eric Buckhaven Connell Alford still working it out. At the back, Cody Cook trying to get up and over Derrick Savage. Down low, Brandon Leary. And Brandon Leary, you are eliminated. Down to 3. Who's it going to be? Connell Alford staying at the front most of the time. Gets a little shoulder hook from Cody Cook there. Derrick Savage, meanwhile, goes out front, leaves him alone. And there they come. They're pouring it on right now. Cody Cook trying to take out Connell Alford, and looks, it's getting close to the turn, and it's going to be Derrick Savage. You are eliminated. And now we've got 2 to go in the bike race. 2 to go. Cody Cook, there's 2 to go. What's going on? If you stay in, you got to keep racing. Connell Alford just riding away with it. 1 to go in the bike race, and Connell Alford way out front. Cody Cook saving it for later. Nice job out there, racers. I can safely say that the winner of the elimination tonight was Connell Alford. Let's hear it for Connell. Second place to Cody Cook, who fought to stay in. Nice work. And now we'll have another one of those. The Semi-Pro B elimination. Heads up when you're getting on the track, riders.
Okay,
12
riders,
racers in this Semi-Pro B elimination.
Race. This is an elimination race. If you're all together when you come around, it'll be 5 to go. 5 to go. There are 12 riders in this event. First bell will be at 1. We pull at 0. Should be every other lap after that. No bell, no sprint. We get down to 2 riders. It'll be 2 to go coming out of turn 4. Eyes up. Make sure you're not overlapping wheels. Do not make a hole where there isn't. That's only bad things happen then. Riders ready. Roll.
And they're off. Whoa, everybody, pedal, pedal, pedal. Moving right to the front, Eric Buckhave, that's where he started. Then Patrick Leary, Avi Leary, Eamon Kiernan, Cameron Coleman. Coming around on the outside, Nicole Borum Schickel. Oh, I got that wrong. That was Nathan Schickel.
5 to go, riders. 5 to go.
All right, they all bunch up, and they'll see 4 when they get to the line again. Donald Smith in the back trying to get himself into a better position. He's come on strong this season here at the Lexus Velodrome. And they're all spread out right now. 3 to go till we start pulling riders. 3 to go. At the back of the field, that's Donald Smith, Pat Murray, and Nicole Schickel. Oh boy, who's going to get caught down low? Because that's usually where it happens. We'll see. We'll be pulling on the next lap. Pulling on the next lap, racers. Pulling on the next lap. Donald Smith down low. Nicole Schickel up high. Let's see how it's going to turn out. And Cameron Coleman, might he get caught there? And it is going to be Eamon Kiernan. Eamon Kiernan, you are eliminated. Eamon Kiernan, yeah, I know. You're surprised. So am I. Eamon Kiernan, you are eliminated. As he comes down, he didn't expect that to happen. I think Cameron thought it was going to be him. Nicole's just got to move up there a bit. Let's see how Duke's out at the back of the field. Cameron Coleman trying to take out Nicole Borum Schickel. And Nicole Schickel, you are eliminated. Nicole Schickel, you are eliminated. Nicole. All right, we're back to looking at the back of the field there, and it's Cameron Coleman going up and over Donald Smith. Donald Smith, because he got somewhere to go. He's looking, and it's going to be Donald Smith. Donald Smith, you are eliminated. One of our youngsters out there. Good racing, though, Donald. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, that's one of those Learys pulling it hard. They got to stay in it, though. Cameron Coleman going up and whoa, heads up, heads up. Drew Love. Brian Love. And Brian Love, you are eliminated. Brian Love, you are eliminated. All right, that's Drew Laird and Cameron Coleman at the very back. Cameron Coleman trying to get up and over Drew Laird. Let's see if he can do it. He's making his way through. Cameron Coleman. But Drew Laird kicking it in at the last minute, and it's going to be Cameron Coleman. You are eliminated. But very good effort on trying to stay in there, Cameron. Meanwhile, at the back of the field, let's see, we've got Eric Buckcave and Drew Laird. They're going to be duking it out, but Pat Murray is also in a danger position down low as he moves up out of that, and it's going to be Eric Buckcave. Eric Buckcave, you are eliminated, Eric. Eric, you are eliminated. All right. This time around, who's it going to be? Well, it's going to be Drew Laird. He doesn't move up there. So, Bruce, it's over here, right? Right. Sorry, guys. I think you got confused in that. Drew Laird, you are eliminated. All right, we're down to 5. At the front, that's Pat Murray and Patrick Leary. In the back, Nathan Schickel out of Indy with Jarrett Johnson. Schickel making a move over the top. Jarrett Johnson's got to kick it if he wants to stay in, and it is going to be Jarrett Johnson. You are eliminated. All right. Looks like Avi's running out of some steam there, but she can get up and over if she can. Meanwhile, at the front, Pat Murray, Patrick, and Nathan Schickel duking it out, but it's going to be Avi Leary. You're eliminated. All right, our last elimination before we're down to 2 to go. Patrick Leary and Pat Murray at the front. Nathan Schickel working it hard up until this moment. And Nathan Schickel, I'm afraid you are eliminated, but we're glad you're here from Indy. All right, so it's down to Patrick Leary and Pat Murray.
2 to go, riders, 2 to go.
2 to go. Patrick leading them out. Pat Murray looking around, but it's Patrick Leary off the saddle in the front, picking up the speed. Pat Murphy watching it. Keeping in that slipstream. Can he get up and over the kid? And it is going to be Patrick Leary. Good job out there. Patrick Leary in first. Pat Murray in second. Nice racing out there. Yoo-hoo! And we're going to bring our youngsters back up again. Jack Corman. What? Heads up, heads up, heads up, heads up. Track etiquette. You never go on the track till you look to see who's coming. That's a rule. All right, we got our youngins back up there again. That's AJ Jurowitz. That's Cormac Leary in the blue helmet, AJ Jurowitz in the white helmet, and Jack Leary in the black jersey. And who else is there? Oh no, he's getting interviewed. Can't hear you. Turn your mic on.
Patrick, the last few races, you've been really coming on strong. Are you training harder now?
Yes.
He shook his head, folks. So what's next for you?
Madison. Or the next race? I do not know.
We have some learning and teaching to do here, young man. Congratulations. Good ride.
Good job, Patrick. So we're going to go on a first name basis with these kids. We got Cormac, AJ, and Jack. Remember, we had that close sprint between Cormac and Jack.
All right, riders, this is a 5-lap scratch race. If you're all together when you come around, we'll get a bell to get the race started. Riders ready, roll.
All right. Cormac leads it off. Jack moves right into second position, and AJ gets back up on that track, works to get on the wheel. Up, and they aren't all together, so Bruce isn't going to give them the go. They got to be together. And then how many laps do they have, Bruce? 5 laps. So get together, guys, or otherwise you're going to go a lot of laps without actually racing. All right, now they get the bell to go. As Cormac now leads it off, Jack looking to sit on that wheel, and AJ just sizing him up from behind. Look at their legs go. We're looking at an 8-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 9-year-old. Pretty good job out there. Look at how nice they ride that black line, nice and smooth. AJ making a little bit of a move to the outside, thinking he's going to go over the top. And they're still working it. Look at this Cormac. He's staying off the saddle. He wants to beat his brother. It's a little bit of sibling rivalry, but not too much. I've seen these kids. They help each other out all the time. Meanwhile, oh, we might be getting a little bit tired now. Cormac looking back. Jack accelerating in that slipstream like, oh, keep your lines, keep your lines. Jack making a move over to the outside. And they're going to hear the bell right about now. Jack riding away. Cormac trying to come up on him. AJ doing a good job in third position out there. Jack Leary just pedaling away at the front of the field. Cormac trying to get up there, and AJ making some move on closing the distance. Let's hear for these kids out there racing their hearts out. Jack Leary, Cormac Leary, and AJ Jurowitz. Good job, kids. All right. Next up, we're going to have our Semi-Pro A 3-mile points race. They'll have 2 sprints. The winner of the race is the one with the most sprint points at the end of the race. Good job, young men out there. Or should I, lads. I'm wrong. We're going back to match sprints right now. Not the first time I've been wrong. So we've got Connell Elford and Dan Freiberg. Dan won that first one, so we'll see how it works out on this second.
All right, riders, this is a 3-lap match sprint. Connell will lead it out. Riders ready, roll.
All right. Connell Elford at the front, Dan Freiberg. Watch him from behind. Freiberg's got the advantage as the first win. Connell Elford, just watch him from behind as Freiberg winds it up. Connell winds it up. Part of the matching is matching the wind-up to the wind-up. Freiberg down low, gets it going, riding the wheel of Connell Elford. Can he go up and over him? It's hard to get over on this track. You got to get in that lane ASAP, and Dan Freiberg is going around. Whoa, they are shoulder to shoulder, and it is going to be, Dan Freiberg by just a little bit. Nice work out there. 2 W's for Dan Freiberg. Let's hear it for our sprinter from the Lexus Velodrome, Dan Freiberg. Given a good run for his money by the junior Connell Elford. Next up, Tim Bover. Bover and Atwater duking it out. Besides this beautiful track, the Lexus Velodrome also includes 64,000 square feet of space. We've got a run, walk, skate oval on the outside of this velodrome. We've got a complete total fitness studio and a weight area. There are all kinds of things you can do out here. If you're 17 and under, it's totally free. Senior citizens can come out and walk in the morning, beat the weather, come in the dome.
All right, riders, 3-lap match sprint. Riders ready, roll.
So that's Tim Bover in the front, Jay Atwater watching. So this is a new pairing in the sprints. Jay Atwater moved to the front, watching Tim Bover. Bover keeping his eye on the sprinter. Atwater riding him up. Bover makes his jump. Jay Atwater matches it. They got to maintain their space on the track as Bover tries to go up and over. Jay Atwater getting his gear wound up. You can see him working it. And it's going to be Jay Atwater and Tim Bover. Nice racing out there, gentlemen. Let's hear it for that pairing. Next up, Donnell Anderson and Cody Cook. Cody Cook, the winner of the first pairing. The first time these two met. Cody Cook in the pink socks. Donnell Anderson in the red jersey.
All right, gentlemen, this is a 3-lap match sprint. Riders ready, roll.
All right, they're off. As we said, Cody had the first W here. Cody just had a really hard elimination where he had to fight to stay in it. So let's see if he's got some spunk left. They're watching, they're going, they're off the saddle. They're riding it hard. Donnell Anderson trying to keep, oh, and Cody Cook makes the move. Drops down low again. Whoa! Woo! They are shoulder to shoulder coming through it. Cody Cook staying in his lane. Donnell Anderson trying to come up and over. Look at this shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, and it is going to be, oh, Cody Cook and Donnell Anderson. Nice work out there. Woohoo! That was fun to watch. Both of them accelerating like crazy. And now we're going to have Derrick Savage and Brent Bover. Derrick in the red helmet, Brent in the blue one. Shout out to one of our regular fans out here. She's out here every time we're out here, Ruth Olson. A long legacy of bike racing in Michigan.
All right, gentlemen, this is a 3-lap match sprint. Riders ready, roll.
All right, they're off. So Derrick won it the first time around. And now they're watching each other once again, playing that cat and mouse game on the Lexus Velodrome. Let's see who's going to use that 50-degree banking to their advantage. Derrick Savage up high, Brent Bover trying to keep him up there. He doesn't want him to drop below him. He's going to ride him up high above that blue line, keep him to the top of the track. And now Brent Bover takes advantage and drops down, but Derrick Savage ain't letting that go for nothing as he's circling around, getting up and over. Brent Bover digging deep. Derrick Savage going up and over, and it is going to be Derrick Savage and Brent Bover. Nice work out there. Good racing. Oh, yay, and the announcer is back. All right, now we've got Brendan Leary and Drew Laird.
All right, riders, this is a 3-lap match sprint. Riders ready, roll.
Brandon Leary in the blue, Drew Laird in the red. Brandon Leary won the first one. Let's see what happens this time out. And they're watching. Are they going to pick it up? Are they going to keep it slow? Who's going to drop down first? Brandon Leary trying to keep Drew Laird up there. And Brandon Leary pushes it first, and off he goes, off the saddle. Drew Laird chasing him down. Brandon Leary trying to ride away with it. Drew Laird trying to not let him as he's closing down the gap, and it's going to be Brandon Leary and Drew Laird. Good job out there. Nice racing. Next up, Cameron Coleman and Mike Hartrick. So the young Cameron Coleman against the slightly seasoned Mike Hartrick. Hartrick with the first W.
Okay, riders, this is a 3-lap match sprint. Riders ready, roll.
And they're off. Cameron leading it out. Mike Hartrick just keeping an eye on the young'un. Cameron hoping to keep Hartrick up high, control it that way. Cameron moves into him a little bit more. Cameron doing a pretty good job of trying to control it from the low. And, oh, it's Mike Hartrick dropping down. Hartrick leading it out. Cameron chasing him down, trying to get it going in that slipstream. Can he get up and over Mike Hartrick? And Hartrick is putting the power on, but Cameron's coming on strong. It's going to be Mike Hartrick and Cameron Coleman. Let's hear it for both of those. Good job, Hartrick. Nice work, Cameron. Now we've got Jared Johnson and Patrick Leary. Patrick with the W on the first one.
All right, riders, this is a 3-lap match sprint. Riders ready, roll.
And they're off. Patrick Leary leading it out. Jared Johnson watching. I think Patrick's strategy is just to wind it up, wind it up, wind it up. Jarrett's just going to watch him do it. See if he can take him by surprise when the time comes. As Patrick gets off the saddle and starts to chase it down. Jared Johnson matches him on that. Can he get up and over the kid, though, as we come out of it, turn 4, and it is going to be Patrick Leary for another W. Patrick Leary and Jared Johnson, nice job out there. Up to the rail now, Abby Leary and Eric Buckcave. Good work, Patrick. Nice riding, Jarrett. Abby Leary, one of the 2 women out there racing tonight. We want more women to come on out and race. We think that's going to happen soon. Whoa.
All right, riders, this is a 3-lap match sprint. The lady is leading it out. Riders ready, roll.
And they're off. Eric won the first one, so Abby's got her work cut out for her. She just goes leading it out. Eric's just sitting on that wheel. Abby looking back. Eric looking forward with 1 to go. Eric makes a bit of a move to the outside. Abby off the saddle. Eric trying to stay with the acceleration as he works to get up and over. Avalon Leary, Eric Buckhave going up high, but it looks like it might go to Avalon Leary. Avalon Leary and Eric Buckhave. Nice job out there. So that's 1 each for those two. Next up, Donald Smith, one of our favorites, and John Hughes. Fresh off the plane. So let's see, John Hughes is in his 30s and Donald Smith is 10. He's young. John isn't.
All right, riders, this is a 3-lap match sprint. Riders ready, roll.
All right. Now let it be said, John Hughes is normally out here training with these kids, so let's see if Donald Smith is going to beat the guy that works with him and taught him everything he knows. Well, maybe not everything. John Hughes working the track. Donald Smith just going. John Hughes taking a run. And look at Donald Smith. He's working it. John Hughes keeping an eye on the youngster from up high. Come on, Donald, go. Come on, you can beat him. Let's go, Donald Smith. John Hughes coming around. Is he going to get up and over? Is there going to be? Come on, Donald, you can beat him. And just by a hair, John Hughes takes it. But good job out there, Donald. Good work by the young man. Not such bad work by the old guy. Welcome home, Mr. Hughes. Nice work, Donald. All right, now we're going to have our points race for our semi-pro Bs. Semi-pro As. Oops. And we got 2 sprints. Winner with the most points wins the bike race. 8 racers out there. Tim Bover, Mike Hartrick, Cody Cook, Connell Alford, Brandon Carbaum, Donnell Anderson, Derrick Savage, and John Hughes.
Okay, riders, this is a 30-lap points race. 30-lap points race, the sprints are at 21, 11, and 1. That's 21, 11, and 1. The points are 5, 3, 2, 1. 5, 3, 2, 1. No double on the last. 5, 3, 2, 1. If you go up a lap, it's +5. If you go down a lap, it's -5. Eyes up, no overlapping wheels. Riders ready, roll.
And they're off. 8 racers out there competing for points over the next 30 laps.
"30 to go, riders, 30 to go."
And their first sprint is at lap 15. 15 to go, is that right, Bruce?
5, 3, 2, 1. No double on the last.
Actually, there's 3 sprints in this race. So they're going to hear the bell at 21, 11-1. Donnell Anderson at the front pulling off. Derrick Savage taking over. And he sits there for a while. Everybody just nice and easy riding on the wheel at the pace set by Derrick Savage. Now John Hughes moves to the front of the field with Tim Bover sitting in second. John Hughes off a plane and onto the track. Hasn't even warmed up. Let's see how that works out. Now it's Tim Bover at the front. The pace is nice and steady with 25 to go in the bike race. 25. Cody Cook pulls up. Connell Elford pulls up. Brandon Carmine. And up with him goes Donnell Anderson as they're working it out in the back. Donnell dropping down. Brandon pushing his way in there. Off the back a little bit is Connell Elford and Cody Cook, but I wouldn't make too much of that as John Hughes sets the pace now in the front. Keeps it going for another lap or so. Looks to see who's coming. It's Tim Bover right behind you and over the top. Donnell Anderson with one as they hear the bell for the first sprint of the bike race. Brandon Carbon coming on strong on the outside. Brandon making a move to the outside, going up high. Can he get up and over? And look at him drop down low, and it is going to be Carbon, Hughes, Bover, and Alford. All right, so first points in the race go to Carbon. Hughes, Alford, and Bover. As they all mix it up a little bit right now. Mike Hartrick riding at the front. He moves up. Cody Cook takes over. And they settle into a nice pace line. Derrick Savage at the front. He pulls up, and Brandon Carbon pulls up right away, saving it for the sprint. There he'll hear another bell at 11 to go. It's 15 to go right now. Connell Elford in the front. Goes up and going with him, Donnell Anderson. Meanwhile, down low in the front is Mike Hartrick. Now Cody Cook. They're keeping it pretty steady. All together still with 13 to go in the bike race. 13 to go. Derrick Savage at the front. Brandon Carbon now left to do a little bit of work out there. He's going to get off the front right now as Tim Bover takes it over for a spell. Followed by John Hughes. Bover up, Hughes to the front. And coming up over the outside, Cody Cook making a strong move. Donnell Anderson trying to go with him. But answering the call, it's John Hughes as Cody Cook just tries to ride away from it with 11 to go in the bike race. With 11 to go, it's a bell lap. And John Hughes making a good move to the outside, but look at this, the young junior, Connell Elford, trying to come up and over. Can he get over Hughes? And it's going to be Connell Elford, John Hughes, Cody Cook, and Mike Hartrick. So we've got another in the mix of points. As they all regroup again. Nice sprint there by Connell Elford and Cody Cook. So right now, in the lead on points, well, tied on points, John Hughes and Connell Elford with 6 points each. Brandon Carbon with 5. Tim Bover and Cody Cook with 2 points each. Mike Hartrick has 1. So it's down between Hughes, Elford, Carbon, and Bover, Cook, and Hartrick. And the next sprint will be for the final result. At 1 to go. They'll be hearing it again. Off the back, Donnell Anderson. At the front, Derrick Savage. He's been working hard all night, Donnell. As they keep it going, Connell at the front. Savage drops in at the back. Mike Hartrick going right after him. And Connell Alford taking a nice long pull at the front. Remember, in a little bit, these guys will be racing with each other instead of against each other as we get our Madison going at the end of the night. 2 to go in the race. 2 to go. 2 to go, racers. Bell coming up. Look at this. Tim Bover making his move to the outside. He wants to get in there. He's got 2 points. He's in the hunt. He's on the wheel of Connell Alford. Connell Alford just going for it out front right now after pulling all that way. Can he hold on for the win? And Bover looking behind. There's nobody behind you. Connell Alford holding on to the first. So it's Alfred, Bover, Hughes, Carbum, Savage. Let's hear it for our racers. Nice job out there. I do believe the winner of the bike race is Connell Alford. On points, Connell Alford with 11, John Hughes with 8, Brandon Carbon with 6, Tim Bover with 5, Cody Cook with 2, and Mike Hartrick with 1. But the winner, Connell Alford. Great racing out there, guys. They're getting ready for next week's racing for the championship games, the Lexus Velodrome Championship Games. Friday and Saturday night. Next up, we're going to have the Semi-Pro B 2-mile points race. 3 sprints. The winner with the most the winner is the person with the most points. Woo. Nine racers duking it out for points in this 20-lap race. And we're just a couple races away from our semi-pro 6-mile Madison. Woohoo! Brought to you by the American Cycling League at the Lexus Velodrome.
All right, riders. The schedule has changed for this event. It will be a 30-lap points race. 30-lap points race. The sprints will be at 21, 11, and 1. Points are 5, 3, 2, 1. No double on the last. If you go up a lap, it'll be +5. You go down a lap, it'll be -5. If you get lapped more than one time, you will be pulled from the event. If you get lapped more than one time, you'll get pulled from the event. All right, 30 laps, 21, 11, and 1. Riders ready? Roll.
So they'll be doing 30 laps. Sprints at 21, 11, and 1. Working for points. The bell doesn't ring to go till they're all together, Patrick, so let's keep it together.
The race is on. The race is on.
All right, 28 to go. Jarrett Johnson at the front with Drew Laird in second position. Avi Leary in third. Nathan Shekel. Pat Murray. Padraig Leary. Donald Smith up high. Brian Love In the back, Nicole Schickel. Pat Murray setting the pace. Now back to Jarrett Johnson. They're working it out between them. .24 to go. 24 to go when they get to the line. They'll hear a bell at 21. Drew Laird pulls up. Now Nathan Schickel at the lead. He's going to pull up too. Pat Murray now driving the train with Jarrett Johnson sitting in second. Patrick Leary and Donald Smith. 22 to go. One more lap till they hear a bell for the first sprint of the race. At the front, Jarrett Johnson. Coming up high, Nicole Schickel making her move to the outside. Nathan Schickel down low making his move also, and now they're getting it up and running. Jarrett Johnson at the front. Patrick Leary making a move to the outside. Pat Murray jumping on the wheel of Patrick Leary, or trying to. Patrick Leary making a strong move out to the front of the field. He wants to get those first place points, and guess what? That's what he's going to do. It's Leary, Murray, Johnson, and Schickel, with Donald Smith in fifth there. So the first points go to Leary, Murray, Johnson, and Schickel. Now chasing them down, Brian Love, Nicole Schickel, Drew Laird, and Avi Leary. Meanwhile, at the front, we got two distinct packs going on. Now they're closing that up. Brian Love bridges that gap, and everybody gets back together again. Come on, Abby, get up there. You can do it, girl. And she does. Back up in the hunt again. At the front, it's Pat Murray. 16 to go. They're going to hear a bell at 11. So Patrick Leary is leading with 5. Patrick Murray has got 3. Jarrett Johnson 2. Nathan Schickel 1. Donald Smith pulls up. Brian Love now also pulls up. They're kind of bunched up a little bit. Nobody wants to work too hard out there, but Jarrett Johnson takes up the challenge. He picks it up a slight bit. Drew Laird now on the front. It's a little messy back there, but not too bad. Murray pulls up. It's Leary back in front, Patrick Leary. And now Donald Smith. Nicole Schickel making a nice move to the outside because it's 12 to go, and we're going to hear the bell in one more lap. At 11, they hear the bell. Nicole Schickel making a move to the outside, gets up in front, gets some distance on the field. Patrick Leary can't respond, but coming up over the top. Excuse me, that was Abby. Patrick Leary is responding. And Nicole Schickel trying to stay out front to get some first place points here. But look at this. Patrick Leary coming on strong with Jarrett Johnson right behind it. Patrick Leary going to go up and over Nicole Schickel. And it's Patrick Leary going for those first place points. And it's going to be Patrick, Jarrett Johnson, Nicole Schickel, Nathan Schickel, and Pat Murray. All right, one more sprint to go. Nine laps and one more sprint. We're going to see how that turns out. Now Nathan Schickel moves to the front. In from Indy. All right, Patrick Leary has got 10 points. Jarrett Johnson 5. Pat Murray 3. Nathan Schickel 2. Nicole Schickel 2. Nathan Schickel leading it out right now. Pat Murray sitting tight. Patrick Leary right there in the hunt with Jarrett Johnson right behind him. That's where the points are right now with 6 to go in the bike race. Drew Laird trying to bridge up, see if he can get up there and get some points. Pat Murray pulls up, Patrick Leary pulls up, and Jared Johnson back at the front again. Drew Laird out in no man's land trying to bridge up to those 4 ahead. Nathan Schickel now leading it out. Pat Murray sitting tight. Murray takes over. So these are our top 4 points right there. Leary with 10, Jarrett with 5, Murray with 3, Schickel with 2, Nicole Schickel with 2. And they are closing in on the final sprint with 2 to go in the bike race. And we got our group of 4-point contenders out front by themselves. The pace picks up. Pat Murray takes it up a notch. Jared Johnson jumps to get on that wheel. Patrick Leary working hard. Nathan Schickel chasing him down. But look at this, Patrick Leary trying to get up and over these 2 seniors ahead of him, and it's Pat Murray on the outside. Jared Johnson in second. Patrick Leary down low trying to get onto the first place position. It's going to be Murray, Leary, Jared Johnson, and Nathan Schickel. Let's hear it for our racers on points. I do believe it's going to be Patrick Leary is the winner on points. Great racing out there. Patrick with 13 points, Pat Murray with 8, Jared Johnson with 7, Nathan Schickel with 3, and Nicole Schickel with 2. Let's hear it for our semi-pro B racers. Good work. And we are close to our semi-pro Madison. Are we going to run one more match sprint, Dale? All right, we're going to have a 60-lap Madison. Woo, woo. What's changed? Anything? 3 sprints? 41, 41, 21. 41, 21, and 1. It's not even funny. Seriously, I'm so disgusted with my brain over that. All right, we got 5 teams out there tonight. 5 great teams. We're going to start introducing you to them. Team Green. That's Cameron Coleman over there on the home stretch. His partner tonight, fresh back from Puerto Rico, John Hughes. That's Team Green. Next up, Team Silver with the red helmet. That's Derrick Savage. And his partner for the night, the guy in the pink socks, Cody Cook. Team Yellow, wearing the red helmet in the yellow. It's Eric Buckcave over on the home stretch. And on the back stretch, it's Connell Elford. You've seen him winning all night long. Team Red on the home stretch, that's Mike Hartrick. And his partner for the night, over here on the back stretch, Danelle Anderson. And last but not least, Team Orange over on the home stretch. Jared Johnson, he just got done racing a race. He's back to race some more. His partner on the back stretch over here, Tim Bover. So those are our teams tonight, for the night. They are going to do 60 laps. They've got a sprint at 41, 21, and 1. The team with the most points wins. Double points on the last lap.
Okay, riders, this is a 60-lap Madison. 60-lap Madison. First few laps will be under control. That doesn't mean slow. It means good, quick tempo pace. Everybody will get at least one exchange in before we go into or go out of control. There'll be a single bell to get it started. Your sprints are 41, 21, and 1. The first two sprints, the points are 3, 2, 1. The final sprint, the points are 10, 7, 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that's the sprints, 41, 21, and 1. All right. Make sure if you're not dropping in, you stay above the blue line and it's clear to all the other riders that you are not dropping in. Communicate with your partner before you get there. Okay. If you drop in, remember, you just have to draw even. You do not have to touch to have an exchange. That being said, if you're above the blue and your partner's at the black, that is not an exchange. Okay? So the rider that drops in is the rider that's in the race. Okay, first few laps under control. Riders ready. Roll.
And they're off in the Madison, the premier event of the American Cycling League. Happening only here at the Lexus Velodrome in Detroit. We're very proud to be putting Madison Racing back onto the venue for bike racing here in the United States.
60 to go, 60 to go.
60 laps. If you've never seen a Madison before, let us know. Tell us on Facebook how you're liking it. If you have, hang on to your hats. We're going to have a lot of exchanges going on. That's where you're going to see it right now with Team Orange. Tim Bover is going to drop down to his partner, Jarrett Johnson. Jarrett Johnson's going to reach up and throw him in. Throw him into the bike race, literally. Donnell Anderson set up for Team Red's throw in. Team Yellow now dropping down, going up and over. In goes Connell Alford for Team Yellow, and now we've got Team Silver making their first exchange. That's Cody Cook. So they've all made an exchange, and the race is out of control. Madison Racing was first invented at Madison Square Gardens a bazillion years ago. In Europe, they call it the L'Américaine, but here we call it the Madison. And it's awesome. They go fast. They go crazy. They're riding on bikes without brakes on a track that's banked 50 degrees in the turns. Sometimes they're only riding with one hand. It gets a little wild out there as Jarrett Johnson goes to the front and picks it up ever so slightly. Right behind him, Cody Cook. We've got an exchange for Team Green. Cameron Coleman going in for Team Green in the front. Derrick Savage going in for Team Silver. They've got to watch when they're going in. The relief rider has to pay careful attention to how the bike race is unfolding so he knows when to drop down to his partner and whether he needs to be going what we call hot, 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 or whether he's got to go in at a steadier pace. So Tim Bover now making the judgment call. He's got to come in. Cameron Coleman's got to go up and over Team Orange's Tim Bover, or Cameron's going to drop to the back. They all have to go up and over. Donnell Anderson for Team Red. Ahead of him, Connell Alford in for Team Yellow. At the back of the field, John Hughes coming in for Cameron Coleman. Cameron reaches up and throws him on in. Cameron, the youngest racer out there. Been picking up skills by training out here weekly at the Lexus Velodrome. And for kids like him, 17 and under, it's all free. Donnell Anderson and Connell Alford also among that crew of juniors that we've got going here at the Lexus Velodrome as that Cody Cook keeps it nice and steady. The American Cycling League is striving to develop not only racers, but racing. In particular, the Madison. Mike Hartrick in for Team Red as Jarrett Johnson goes up and over, and now in goes Cameron Coleman for Team Green. He's going to go up and over and get on the wheel of Eric Buckcave, right like that. Nice job, Cameron. Derrick Savage drops in for Team Silver, and they're doing things nice and clean. That's what we like to see. Everybody shoulder checking, eyes up, and not overlapping wheels. Yoo-hoo! 45 to go in the bike race. They're going to hear a bell at 41, so they're setting up for a sprint right now. Spread out on relief, guys. We're going to have a double exchange right here in just a minute for Team Red and Team Orange. John Hughes ready for the throw-in from Cameron Coleman. It's going to be a high exchange up there. Cameron Coleman riding up to his partner. Team Yellow makes their exchange. Oh, whoa. They missed it for a moment. They touch, they can go in. Connell Alford has to make up that. Throws off your rhythm, and at the front of the field, Tim Bover picking it up with 42 to go. Bover already into the sprint. Jared Johnson's got to come in hot. Cameron Coleman waving on John Hughes as they go up and over Cameron Coleman. Meanwhile, in the front, Mike Hartrick dropping down for the throw-in from Donnell Anderson, and they're going to hear the bell right now. Eric Buckcave has got to pick it up. Cody Cook going up and over. And Cody Cook coming up to his partner, Derrick Savage, and it's going to be Team Silver, Team Red, Team Orange, Team Yellow, and Team Green. As we get and Cameron Coleman and Team Green misses their exchange yet again. So John Hughes is doing a triple right now. Donnell Anderson ready for the throw-in from his partner, Mike Hartrick. As John Hughes rides the wheel of Eric Buckhaven, they try to close up this gap set off by Team Silver's Cody Cook in that first sprint. Donnell Anderson chasing down hard. Tim Bover following. So Team Silver still out front. Donnell Anderson closing up that gap. Tim Bover trying to do the same. Now Cameron Coleman comes in for Team Green. You got to kick it out, Cameron. Go after it. Cody Cook at the front. They still have a little bit of the lead on the field. Donnell Anderson trying to close it up. Gets up to his partner, Mike Hartrick. Hartrick now going in. Bover up and over. Rides onto the wheel of Mike Hartrick. And Cody Cook looking for his relief partner out there. Nowhere to be seen. He's up there, but too far away. Cody Cook pulling up. He's looking for relief. It's going to be Team Orange. Jared Johnson dropping down for the throw-in. Now Cody Cook's going to find relief from his partner Derrick Savage as Team Orange takes a really long exchange. Getting to the front of the field. Jared Johnson pulls up, and it's Eric Buckcave. And they are all together again. All our teams are together again. Let's hear it. And after that first sprint, Team Silver is in the lead with 3. Team Red in second with 2. Team Orange in third with 1. Everybody working hard out there. Cody Cook drops down for the throw-in, and Tim Bover sets it up for Jared Johnson at the front. Cameron Coleman ready for the throw-in from John Hughes, and in he goes. Mike Hartrick set up with the throw-in from Donnell Anderson. Everybody hold your lines, hold your lines. And it's 28 to go. They're going to hear a bell at 21, so they got a ways to go yet as things get set up and it gets a little bit dicey out there. A lot of chatter going on. Mike Hartrick at the front of the field right now. Cameron Coleman in second. Eric Buckcave, Tim Bover, and Cody Cook. Cook, the next exchange to make with Derrick Savage. Riders are nicely spread out on relief. John Hughes now dropping down for the throw-in from his partner, 12-year-old Cameron Coleman. And now Jarrett Johnson prepares for the throw-in from Bover, Tim Bover. 25 to go in the bike race, 25 to go. Connell Alford coming in with Eric Buckcave. And they are all together again with 24 to go in the bike race. At the front, Connell just pushing it. He's been working hard all night long. Connell Alford driving it fast. In goes Cody Cook for Team Silver. And Cody Cook. Cody Cook zooming in. Team Red making a high exchange. Team Red making a high exchange. And in goes Mike Hartrick. Cameron Coleman's got to come in hot right now. And 1 to go for that sprint. And look at this. We've got Connell Alford taking on Cody Cook. Cody Cook throwing in his partner, Derrick Savage. Can Derrick Savage overtake Connell Alford? And it looks like it's going to be, oh my gosh, it's going to be, oh, silver, yellow, red, orange, green. Just by a hair. Came over, Derrick Savage. Nice job on Connell Alford at the last minute. Woo-hoo! And we got it going on right now. 18 to go in the bike race, and we're all over the place. Derrick Savage at the front of the field trying to chase him down. Eric Buckhave. Then it's Team Red, Donnell Anderson, Jarrett Johnson, and Team Green. Team Green might, well, they're okay. All right, Team Silver holds on to its lead with 6 points. Team Red has 3. Team Yellow has 2. Team Orange has 1. And still, look at this. They're putting the pressure on the front. Cody Cook just not letting up at all, but Connell Alford not letting him ride away with it either as he comes up and finally gets onto the wheel of Derrick Savage and looks for a ride for some of these final laps. 14 to go in the bike race. 14 to go, and now in the second chase, we've got Mike Hartrick and Tim Bover trying to stay ahead of Team Silver and Team Yellow. Team Green is going to go down a lap right now. As Team Silver goes up and over, they can jump in it, they just lose some points. Eric Buckhave trying to stay up there with Derrick Savage. Now let's see what Cody Cook does now. Cody Cook looks back and he takes off. Cody Cook blowing this bike race apart, going up and over everybody through the crowds. John Hughes coming up to Coleman, Cameron Coleman. Team Yellow making a high exchange. And in goes Connell Alford. Okay, so Team Silver and Team Yellow are both up a lap on the rest of the field. And look at this, Connell Alford now taking advantage, trying to get away from Team Silver. Can he gain some distance on him?
Christine?
Yes?
Yellow and silver are +5 for lapping the field.
+5, yes, okay. +5 for silver and yellow. All right, we've got it. But look at this, Donnell Anderson trying to get back in the mix there. Donnell Anderson going up and over Team Yellow. He's trying to get back some points there. Get on even mileage with Team Silver and Team Yellow. That's going to be hard to go with 5 laps in the bike race. Team Yellow and Team Silver just putting the pressure on, not letting up at all. Cody Cook going for it. Eric Buckhave going, come on. Let's let it go a little. Eric Buckhave coming up to his partner, Connell Alford, for the throw-in, and in goes Connell Alford. And Cody Cook just has never left out. He's been racing hard all night long. Let's hear it for Cody Cook out there with Connell Alford. They've been duking it out. Oh, and Connell Alford has got to go up high over that silver exchange to make the room. In goes Derrick Savage with 2 to go in the bike race, 2 to go in the bike race. And we are going to be down to the final sprint between Team Yellow and Team Silver with double points on the line. Connell Alford trying to get those 10 points for the win. And look at this, Connell Alford racing through it. Look at him go. This kid has got some stuff. Donnell Anderson now in that sprint. And the final lap, it's going to be Team Yellow, Connell Alford, Team Red, Donnell Anderson, Team Silver, Derrick Savage, Team Orange, Jared Johnson, and Team Green, John Hughes. Let's hear it for all of our racers. Great job out there. And the difference is by 1 point. Team Yellow, Connell Alford and Eric Buckhave win it with 17 points. Cody Cook and Derrick Savage in second with 16. Michael Hartrick, Donnell Anderson in third with 10. Tim Bover, Jared Johnson in Team Orange with 4. And in green, John Hughes, Cameron Coleman with 2. But by a win of 1 point, Connell Alford and Eric Buckhave, Team Yellow. Let's hear it for those guys. Great racing out there.
So Eric, I think this is your first win?
It is my first win.
How is it, you may be our oldest rider here?
Yeah. No, I think Jarrett might have me by a few years.
Jared, and we have close to our youngest rider here. He can't talk, he's breathing
out of
too
breath.
hard. So what was it like racing with this young kid?
It was great. He's definitely got a lot of experience and gave me a lot of confidence, to ride a good race.
How are his exchanges?
Oh, they're smooth. Really smooth. That made a huge difference.
Can he really throw you in, though?
He can. Yeah, he's got a lot of power there. Absolutely.
And how was Eric's doing out there?
We had great exchanges. We had one slip up, but we managed to recover really well from it, and we just had a great race.
Well, you had a great night of racing, Connell. Eric and Connell, Team Yellow. Saturday
All right.
Number 46. Congratulations.
And that concludes our night of racing here at the Lexus Velodrome. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you to our sponsors, Lexus of Lakeside, Meade Lexus of Southfield, Meade Lexus of Southfield, Diversified Members Credit Union, and of course the Rafa Foundation. All brought to you by the American Cycling League here at the Lexus Velodrome in Detroit. Next week we'll be on Flow Sports, so tune in. Thanks for coming.